Okay, let's do the monthly market update for May 24. Danny D has been kind enough to pull numbers again, and we're going to let him lead off with the good news. Danny, what do you got?
Definitely good news. So things have taken off in spring. They usually do. We've been talking about it all winter long. And actually, our May was almost as big volume-wise as our peak last year. So we were within 15 houses of the peak of 2023 in terms of homes sold. So last year that came in June. We're talking about May's numbers from this year. We had 2,459 houses that were sold. So yeah, things definitely rebounded. That's actually up compared to last May by 8%. It's actually up 21% from a month ago from April's numbers. So things have really taken off. We only have a little over 2,100 active listings currently on the market. So what that means against that level of demand that we saw in May is we have less than a month of supply of inventory. So that is definitely an indication that things are accelerating. Again, a thing that we thought would happen seasonally that tends to happen around this time of year in our market. But yeah, it was a big month.
Yeah, and continuing in that trend, I know that we have even bigger news with the new average sales price in Central Ohio. Danny, what's the numbers there?
Yeah, so and that's one where this is a new record, right? So last year we are well above where we were last year at any point, right? Not just above where we were last May. We're up 5% compared to the same time last year. We're actually up 5% for where we were last month. But the average sale price for our market was $407,500. That is a huge change. That is a huge change. And what you can also see in the graphic here is those lines that converged last month in April, both the average list price and the average sale price. The average sale price has started to cross over. And that's another thing that we see this time of year as things heat up. There's more competition in the market for the available homes that are out there. We're still undersupplied. And so what that means is when there's all that demand for limited supply, things go above their normal price. And that's what we see. And it's starting to show here again. So I would suspect that as we get into the summer and things continue to be hot here in this market, that we'll continue to see that average sale price outpace the average list price.
For sure. Yeah, it's a good indicator. We are reaching the hot time of our market. All signs point to hot sellers market. This time every year seems to be the case, and we're a little bit above pace from the last couple of years. Next couple charts, over asking versus under asking price. We draw the line at 5% above or below asking price. 20% this month have gone over 5% of asking price, and only 14% have gone under 5% of asking. That's a change from last month. Just another indicator of a hot sellers market, as well as the average days on the market. That dropped a pretty good amount, about 20% down to 20 days on average, and still 5 days median. Median's the better indicator of a normal deal. 5 days on the market, expect your house to be on before it goes into contract. And then we have fewer price reductions again this month over last month, 17% this month versus 20 last month are the sales after a price reduction. That's going to continue to drop until we start hitting the cooler weather. That's just how our selling cycle goes. Very hot market, a little more activity as we go, in spite of the still fluctuating, still on the high side interest rates.
Yeah, interest rates, I mean, honestly, they're not that much worse than this time last year, right? You can see that we're just a little bit above 7%. And each week this changes a little bit, right? So I know we just looked at something today, later into the month of June when we're actually recording this, and things have ticked down a little bit below that 7% number. But you can see that this is about where it's been for the last year now. And while we thought there were going to be a number of potential rate reductions over the course of this year, we haven't seen one yet. There's still a chance that there will be one. I think people still expect one. But I don't know that anyone's expecting the 3 or 4 or 5 that maybe we were hoping for coming into the year.
Good case in point. We can't rely on the interest rates anymore. I think There is a little bit of shell shock when the rates go high, when they double essentially from where they've been. But that was the historical exception, not now. And I think people are starting to get that. We're starting to get used to the idea that rates are going to be around here for a while. Prices, however, continue to go up until we start reaching a more comfortable place with interest rates as a whole. Inventory is going to remain low. Simple rules of supply and demand say that prices continue to climb as long as supply stays low. So in spite of rates, we're going to see higher prices. So the advice to sellers, it's time to move. It's a hot time of market. Always try and time it in the summertime. You get the most action across the board. I know things are house dependent, but still, it's better to sell in the summertime. And then the advice for buyers.
Yeah, I mean, the advice for buyers right now is to have your ducks in a row, right? When you go and you see a place that you love, you're probably competing at this point. There's going to be multiple offers. You really don't have any time to wait. You're going to have to get an offer in quickly. You're probably going to have to go above asking. You may have to make some other concessions in terms of what you want to do about inspections and that sort of thing as well, just to make sure that your offer is competitive. But yeah, that's we're right back to that place now where we're seeing multiple offers. People feel very lucky when they win the house, right? When they win that bidding war. And so that's just how it is at this point for buyers.
Yeah. And for buyers and sellers, just keep in mind, if you are thinking about making a move, it's that time of your life to do so. It's better to do it quickly because prices continue to rise. Rates aren't moving very much. So the earlier you settle into your next place, the better off you are, I think. Okay. Thanks for doing this again, Danny. We'll see you next month.